Capricorn, welcome to your full moon in Pisces reading. This grid is for Capricorn rising, but these readings can be watched by Capricorn sun as well as Capricorn moon to get the vibrations. The title of the video came through first, which is heartbreak. And I don't know why that's the title, but we're going to deep dive because some of you are hurting. Some of you have gone through something pretty intense, and I don't know whether it was, it's hard for me to talk to you right now because there's something so deep going on, Cap. This is big stuff, you know? Pluto went back into your sign over here. It's almost like I just see you talking to a friend or talking to yourself in the mirror or to your assistant, just being like, why the fuck don't they get it? Why can't this work? Why can't this happen? There's something you can't figure out and can't take with you into your new reality. I'm getting emotional for you that, you know, we know as leaders that when the sun is in our 10th house, we are work fucking focused. So the second we get into Libra season, you're like, I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm in my lane. I'm taking care of my stuff. We're off doing our thing. So we're in the prep phase. Sun over here in the 9th house. When the sun is, this is our public life, safety, doing things on our own, rising sign, and the relationships over here. So for you, it's this deep inner transformation that's happening with the outer planets, all retrograde save Jupiter in the base of your fucking chart. And then all the inner planets are just like, so it's like as you're going through your deepest night of the soul, it feels like everyone's watching. And because you're extremely practical, you know, what, cardinal negative earth energy? Yep. But you feel deeply. Like we forget, Cap, that, you know, on the general wheel, we start with Aries, the baby of the zodiac, and then we go all the way around to Pisces, the baby ancients, where your house is over here. We expect Aquarius and Pisces to be somewhat unhinged and to be like half in this world and half in the real world and half in the 3D world, half in the 5D world. We expect that. But you're like the papas and the mamas up here. Disciplinarian, run by Saturn, get shit done. You're the goat. We work hard. We do the fucking damn thing. And the sun will feel right at home for you, you know, when Libra season feels good for you. You feel like you get shit done in Libra season. But right now, there's something deep in you. They're saying generational. You're breaking the mold. I'm getting so emotional for you, Cap. Whatever is going on, I'm just hugging you. I'm just hugging you. And I don't know if, you know, some of you, there's like families are separating. There's divorce. Maybe there was a miscarriage somewhere, death in certain families, you know, and yeah, there's some really intense private stuff going on in your world, Capricorn, and I want to honor how private it is, so I'm not going to try to like project onto you what I think it is. But it's deep fucking shit, and it's gross, and you have to be out. Like, I used to really love Lady Gaga before I found out so many things. Before my awakening, I loved her. And I think it was on the special that she did. I think it was like Lady Gaga 5'2", or during that time, I think it was in there, where, you know, a friend of hers is very sick, or someone on her team is very sick, and she had a phone call with them, talking to them, and then maybe with like 5 between that phone call, she had to go into an interview right away and just like wipe her face and just be like, hi, how are you? And just live into that persona. Or a lesser, You're a university professor and you have hundreds of students that are waiting to listen to your lecture, and you found out something right before that. Whatever pain you're going through, maybe it's a physical pain. No, it's private. Whatever it is, you don't want me to know. And that's fine. It's private. You don't want me to know. And you just are bawling your eyes out in the mirror. I don't want you to harden. I'm fumbling on my words because it's so precious what you're experiencing. But this is a very poignant moment for you, Capricorn, where this is when I come into your life. This is when I come into your life. When you are feeling like, I'm done with this pattern. I'm done. I don't want to feel this pain anymore. I don't want to do the same thing that my parents did. I can't show up in the same way anymore. Something's bigger than me is going on. It doesn't have to be spiritual. It doesn't have to be woo-woo. But you're like, I'm done with this pain. And I'm getting off the merry-go-round. And that's where my cafe is. Right outside the merry-go-round. Where I meet you and I say, hey, don't label that lapel. Don't label that lapel with your trauma. Don't sew that patch on. Don't do it. Experience it, feel it, love that pain in the same way that you would love joy, love a professional win, love an accolade. Love it and find gratitude for it. And release it and give it a ceremony. There's some deep inner child wounds going on for everyone. And it's, I'm sure that there's been so much rhetoric that you've seen of the woo-woo community being like, are you doing your work? Are you processing your shit? And it can be so toxic. It can be very toxic. And so I'd love to offer a new perspective. Just feel it. Just feel it. You don't have to worry about how you're going to be perceived. You don't have to worry about, I had said this to Scorpio a while ago. It was after the South Node transit. And so I'm going to offer this to you as well. Because the South Node transited their rising sign, the Scorpio rising sign. For you, the South Node, when it was in Scorpio, transited your 11th house of community. So in the past 2 years, give or take, year and a half, 2 years, you've probably lost a lot of friends, or you've, been maybe shunned from a community, or maybe you chose to leave a community, or you tried to outsmart a community. I don't know what it was, but something happened, and you are a little bit embarrassed, or a little bit like, well, that's the way. It's not the way. Sometimes showing up to that lecture, to that interview, to that whatever it was, to go back to that parable, that dramatization that I'd set for you, and say, I'm experiencing, just to let everyone know, I'm experiencing a roaring amount of pain right now. So I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. But if you see a tear, or if you see my hand shake, or you just know that I have something else going on. I can't talk about it, but just know that part of my brain and being is elsewhere. And that level of vulnerability, you're not showing anything. You're not actually showing anything. It's like fake vulnerability, but it's being honest and authentic. I'm not showing you what's going on. You're not even showing me what's going on. I'm like, there's literally like closed doors to my guides. They're not showing me. Every single one of you, Cap, I don't need to know what's going on. I've done private sessions. I've done readings for people that they haven't told me a single thing. They'll just say, yes, that resonates. Yes, that's right. And I don't need to know the picture. But just saying I'm in pain is important to do to another being. To someone else, not to the mirror. Don't let what the South Node removed you from, it saved you from something. Rejection is God's protection, don't forget. So still showing up. feel like I'm going to cry in the private reading, so I'm going to leave the public one here now, but it's incredible how strong you are, Capricorn, but know that you do not have to die alone on the mountaintop and die alone at the desk. You don't have to have that happen. You're worthy of someone holding space for you as you take off your armor and cry and have a gross cry. And that's what I'm here for. So I'm happy to be that being for you. But just know that what you're feeling, whatever you're going through, Capricorn, is real, it is valid, but do not identify with this pain. Feel it as long as you need to feel it, and then get the fuck up. As long as you need to feel it, be in it, be gross, rub it all over you, but then get the fuck up. And say, that was painful. That was difficult, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to hop into the private reading. Join us there.